so forth. And then the internal person says, or the external person actually was kind of internal, had me tell some stories. Well, the CEO interrupted. No, don't need to. What's our next step? Well, we met the next Saturday. He changed his flights and so forth. I came in on Saturday, listened to him again, explain where the organization was and where he wanted it to be, his dream. And then I says, okay, how about we start with this step? I'm going to meet with you and form this great confidential relationship. And then our next step is we're going to meet with the top team, and we're going to do this, this, and this, and so forth. And we created each little step together. Okay? And then what we did is we enacted it. And in that situation, the president of Indonesia said that they were to be recognized as one of the 10 most significant companies in the country. Now, Indonesia has the potential of wiping out India and China as number one, because they have the resources and they have the people and they get along and they're to be trusted. And then he texted us. I was in Singapore, and he said, we never would have gotten that recognition and now have the most advanced technological cement plant of the entire world in terms of productivity without your process. I mean, what a testimony, okay? They got it. And so that's what I want to teach you. Now, let's go on to the last, and that is action for us. I'm going to give you resources to learn. You really don't need anything more than what is on my LinkedIn profile, or go to my website. And under resources at the top, on the home page, there's about 12 articles there that are published. And I have many more. But that's enough. Don't get confused. Or then what you might do is you might get in contact with me. I'll answer your questions and we'll take our first steps. Or you can even go to my whole system change and transformation group at LinkedIn and ask your questions. And I'll answer them there. Then you need to set up those 20-minute or 60-minute appointments. And then away we go. It's fun. It's exciting. Hey, my daughter she grew up with this, right? But then she went off to Target and was one of the big top executives. Her title was Team Executive Leader, and there she was, 3 months out of a BA in international business, opening and closing an entire Target store in Chicago suburbs with the most lucrative Starbucks in the world, or maybe in the United States, I don't know. But there she was, making lots of money and happy. Or no, not happy necessarily. It's very successful. I says, hey, why don't you come with me and watch me? So she took some vacation. We flew across the Atlantic. She came up after the first 3 days of work with me when this big meeting and she says, Dad, I've got to do this for my life. And then 3 or 4, 6 months later, she quit Target. They were really upset. I don't think she was even there a year, right? Because they had big hopes for her. Well, that's that generation today, You better be having something for them, and they better be engaged and happy, or they're going to move on. She went and got a job all herself, and just yesterday I was helping her plan a transformation experience internally in one of the largest financial institutions in the United States. And that was after last week. She shared with me how the transformation had occurred with her last offsite that she led with one of her colleagues. I says, well, how did you know? She says, well, they were all happy when they came back, and everybody else saw them as different. There were smiles, and they told us that it was great. Okay? All right. So that's my story. That's me. This is the deal. And now it's up to you. Okay, you gotta make it happen. I don't know anybody else in the world who has this primary focus on training another change agent. Okay? And now you might need to make a commitment. You may need to make a commitment to get that potential client for us. You know? If you're internal, find a pilot group in the organization. If you're external, keep your business going, but look for that new possibility. Make a list of potential clients, internal or external, okay? And then set up your next appointment with me, because you need to take charge. You need to make it happen. Okay. Oh, one other thing. Talent management is failing 70% of the time after 3 years, says the research, according to my partner since 1985, Rothwell. And he's just invited me to take this process and hook it with talent management. I know we'll have a higher success rate than anyone else. Okay? Because the people are going to get involved. The top is going to get committed. Okay, right now, you've got a HR trying to sell it, and they just get resistance. We have some new, unique ways to do it. Okay. Cheerio. Bye-bye.